everybody. Well, this is Dad. I'm coming to you with a broadcast of Zenith versus LGD. This is a winner's bracket matchup right here. And I'm starting a little bit late into it. I missed the draft, but I was able to get it for this one. So let's see what they got. On the LGD side, we have Taobao, or Taobao, or Zhao. I don't actually know what his name is. Anyway, Dao's gonna be playing on the Nature's Prophet. What else do we got? We have Sylar is gonna be playing on his Morphling. He's a freaking incredible Morphling. Looks like we have DD, long DD. Or is that long DD? No, that is not long DD. That's DK. Just DD is gonna be playing on the Enigma. Yao is gonna be playing the Ancient Apparition, and Chaos Knight is gonna be played by DDC. And we have Loda gonna be playing Beastmaster. We have HYHY gonna be playing Tidehunter. Shadow Shaman played by XY. Freedom is gonna be playing Lishrak, and Ice is going to be playing Luna. So kind of an interesting lineup on the Zenith side. We got two heroes with really big ultimates, and they're gonna actually three heroes with pretty big ultimates. And they are going to, they're sort of like ganking lineup, but Ice is picked Luna, so that means it's going to be a split push. So we're going to have to see if that team fight plus split push is going to work out for them. LGD, they got more of a long-term carry lineup with Sylar playing on the Morphling, going in on HY, and I think that's going to be the end of it. Oh, I think they thought they had him. Sylar probably could have taken another hit from the tower and gotten that kill, or Nature's Prophet could have done it as well. But they weren't able to get off the kill, and HYHY, he's got to go back to base. Actually, he's going to deny himself off here to the creeps. This is a faster way of
cast upon the tides.
Actually doesn't lose anything, doesn't lose first blood, doesn't lose any experience or gold, so basically you're just denying yourself. Freedom right here, he's trying. He's pulling in the Centaurs to pull off his own creeps, I guess. And Ice is going to go a little bit onto Zhao, and Zhao has to just a little bit of harassment to keep him low. I've seen Tidehunter a few times being played in the middle lane. He's pretty tanky, pretty hard to kill actually. So Sylar has to get him down low enough so that gank can come in.
Top
and he
tower
can wait
is
for
under
him
attack.
to be able to do it. Although he's taking a good amount of damage. Loda down in the bottom lane here seems to be doing not so great. He's got only level 2 right now, and no last hits, no denies. So he's having a hard time against this Chaos Knight and Ancient Apparition, who's been pulling pretty much as he can. But as we know, let's see, he hasn't. Let's see, we only have one creep camp. Hasn't started pulling that one yet.
Double damage.
Faking out HY coming out of the middle lane. That's going to give Sylar a little bit more room. Those 21 last hits versus Tidehunter does 11. So I don't think that Zenith expects to be winning this middle lane. I think they do expect Sylar to get a decent amount of farm. Because Tidehunter really can't. He can survive against Morphling, but he can't really do a whole lot against him. He's just too powerful. Morphling in the middle lane. And Nature's Prophet, he's got 5 last hits and a little bit of experience, but he's also having a hard time in the top lane. Ice is the one that, the thing about Luna is you really need to get the farm up. You can't ever stop farming until you get huge. Looks like she's going with the Hand of Midas, so that is their long-term build strategy. Both teams looking for the long-term thing. Sylar is going to have the upper hand in the middle game, though, if he's able to get some kills with his Morphling and make sure he wins this lane. Chaos Knight needs a lot of farm as well. Nature's Prophet in here going to go in on this bottom 2-1 tower. Going to die really far back. Going to actually go right down onto Loda. 4-second stun. Pretty light with that. He's taking some power damage. And Ancient Apparition coming in here. I think that's his first blood. So yes, that is first blood. Loda goes down. Chaos Knight picking up that. So great job for him.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Popping off a salve. Popping off a clarity. He's getting himself back up, and I think they're going to get that tower.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
As a trade,
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Both a hero and a tower, without having anything to answer that back with.
Radiant structures are fortified.
It's going to be fortified for the Radiant, although Dire is holding off on their fortifications for now. Yes, they are going to get that tier 1 tower.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Push LGD away from
Radiant's
this
top tower has fallen.
And actually, we're going to go in here middle lane. HY, he has to be really careful right now.
Bottom
There's a coming in as well. Wait for him to start it off.
I sleep with the
There's a second
fish.
kill down to LGD.
New life will make its home amongst your bones.
So they are doing really well right now. Starting it off early, they need to hold together and make sure that they focus on their goal of getting Ice farmed
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
This is the first game of the series.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
So, and actually, LGD are going to get another tower. So yeah, that middle tower is going to be melted away. No one's going to come in to defend that one. So tower advantage
Dire's
goes
middle
away of
tower
LGD,
has fallen.
and they have a decent amount of map control right now. Loda is just beginning to stack his camps. Now that he really can't go out of lane, he's really not safe coming out too far because you don't want to get hit with like a 3-4 second stun from Chaos Knight. So he's going to be working on his Ancients. And I think, I mean, LGD's strategy and the Chinese team's strategies, Zenith mostly is, except for Zenith. But their strategy mostly hinges around making sure that they hold tight to their game. They decide on what they're going to do, and they don't waver from it. If they do have to readjust, they're ready for it. And making sure they keep their goal in mind. They'll have to make so Zenith really needs to make sure that they're not phased by these early losses in teamfight and towers, and continues with their goal, because Luna just cannot do anything until she is farmed. She's literally useless until she gets farmed. Especially against the Morphling that has this early game going his way. He's already got power threads and a Wraith Band. I don't even know if he's going to need to make a Ring of Aquila, even though it's a really good item for him. Gives some bonus in stats as well as a little bit of regen. He does have his bottle for that though. And he's going to go get himself an Invis Rune. I don't think, let's see if he's going to try to go for another gank with that. Bottom lane holding true down here. Chaos Knight farming up. Chaos Knight, he gets a bunch of farm, but I've never seen him being like a huge powerhouse in the mid game. He's very tanky, but it usually seems like most teams want to farm with him before, by the time that they're ready to do something with him. He's just hard to use, I guess, just because of the amount of farm he requires. And I have a little bit of lag. It's been happening every once in a while from the international. But it always comes back, so I'm not worried about it. Salah, he's now invisible, looking for, if he can get himself XY. He's not. XY is just going to do a little bit of de-warding. It's actually a really good ward for the Radiant to have, so it's good that XY got rid of that. Making sure that having vision of this area is pretty crucial. Sylar, yes, he is actually finishing up his ring. He did finish up his Ring of Aquila. You can see that gives him +9 damage, +3 to all attributes, and +3 to agility. So it's just a fantastic item for him. And any agility carry that needs a little bit of mana, it's a really great item to get early game. Looks like Zenith gonna get a little farm inside the jungle. Enigma has been stuck in here. I don't really think he has been part of too much yet. Just one assist on him, so they haven't been showing themselves to Enigma. The Black Hole, let's see, Black Hole just couples really well with Morphling because of the waveform. You get the big Black Hole, and Waveform can basically, it can hit about 50% of the radius of Black Hole, or diameter of Black Hole, 25% of the radius, and it can hit a good amount of heroes in that and deal a good amount of damage, and then he can just kind of sit there and do his right clicks. Can also replicate if he has that up. Replicating Ice. I'm not sure how that's going to go. If he's going to be able to turn Luna around on that. Luna is actually doing a great job farming. Making sure she utilizes Ice, making sure he utilizes the jungle as well as the lane creeps, getting 74 last hits. And he's actually, we've seen a lot of teams, they've been going for this Lunar Blessing to get more damage, but I've been kind of, it's interesting now that he decided to get Moonclave, and I think that's a better idea because it does allow you to farm a bunch faster, at least just 2 points in it, at least just 1 point in it, 2 bounces on that. So it does allow for faster farming, and I think that's a little bit more popular. There is a lot of lag coming out from the International right now, so I would advocate that even though Lunar Blessing does give a good amount of damage, the glaives are actually the best thing for her, allowing her to farm the jungle. She's going to teleport out, she's going to go into bottom lane here, and I think they're going to try to pressure something, or else they're looking for a defense. And I think I'm not sure exactly what they're doing, unless there's a smoke coming out. There is a smoke. They put down a sentry ward to make sure that no one was there, and they're going to go for this. They have grouped up as 5. They really want to get these kills. They're looking at EDC. Should be able to pop Ancient Apparition if they can find them. We need to see this out. Roar is going to beat it. Ancient Apparition blast coming in. I don't think that can happen. Yao is now in a bad spot right here. HY is going to run from something. Sylar is here now. He's waveforming himself. He makes a lot of damage. Look how fast he's kicking in. Oh no, he got ward trap. He doesn't have enough. Ravage is going to be popped. This is a great fight for Zenith. They are going to be able to take that. And we have a black hole right here. Exercise is going to go down, but Morphling goes down as well. And I don't think DD is going to go down as well. So that is a 5-for-1 trade going the way of Zenith. Great team fight. Everything just worked well in their favor. And yeah, that was just a really good job. And it looks like my dog is barking at nothing, but I hope he's not going to stop. Here,
Invisibility!
Anyways, I'm back. Now working on these ancient camps, and actually SSI's taking a lot of damage from it. It looks like, does she pick up a Vlad? No, she's a Helm's Dominator. Able to help her out with
Dire's top tower
farming.
is under
I don't know.
attack.
Well, Morphling is actually going to get a kill on Tidehunter while I'm watching this. Helm's Dominator, I'm not sure if they're going to build that completely into... Is she going to build that completely into a Satanic? That'd be really early game thing that I really try to build. But we'll have to see what they do want to do with this Helmla Dominator.
Dire's middle tower is under
now, but
attack.
LDG coming right back from their first fight, from that fight, and they're going to take this tier 2 tower in middle lane, uncontested right now. Zenith is
Dire's
just
middle
split
tower
apart,
has fallen.
and even though that team fight went their way, LDG want to make sure that the mental game is still in their favor. Doing a good job. Taking out the towers. Saying that we are actually ready for you, Zenith. And it looks like, that tower is not going to get denied. No, it's not going to get denied.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
Sun is going to hit. Freedom is going to go down. That is the end of Freedom. So they are picking their game back up where they left it. With it. 96 last hits actually on Ice. Look at Enigma. Enigma's just been sitting in the jungle getting 95 last hits. It's kind of ridiculous. And what kind of farm does he have? He's finished up his Black King bar, went straight for that, and said screw it to the mechanism.
Radiant's
with that
bottom
Black King
tower
bar,
is under
he's going to
attack.
be able to make sure he doesn't get counter initiative. I'm not sure if Black King bar is going to stop
Radiant's
stun
bottom tower
Ravage.
has fallen.
Might be able to take him out of his. I think he won't take magic damage, but he should be able to be canceled out of his black hole if any one of these heroes, XY, or XY, or Loda, or HY, are outside of the black
Radiant's
hole.
bottom
So
tower
he has to
is
really
under
hit those
attack.
well, and he has to place those really well in order to make sure he doesn't get taken out of it. And actually, Leshrac can hit him too. So he won't take damage, but I'm pretty sure the stun still goes through it. and it'll cancel the black hole. Though I could be wrong. We'll have to see how it works out. I'll find out. Anyways, Ice up here. He has to go up on Salah right now. He's going to get sprouted out, and he is stuck inside. He's replicated out. He's not actually going to take a lot of damage from this due to the Hell in this bomb. He's still standing here. Loda is coming up, and not able. They do defend the tower. 92 last hits on Sylar. He's actually farming up pretty well, and he's going for a Black King bar as well. He doesn't. He sees the amount of magic damage that that Zenith can do, which is incredibly sizable. Every single hero except for every single hero can deal a huge amount of magic damage. And Ice using the Helm of the Dominator to make sure she gets a Centaur creep. That should help her defend just a little bit, I suppose, or she could use it to stack some camps while she's away. Should help accelerate her farm. But all Zenith really needs to do is make sure that they keep map control, and LGD know this, and LGD are not going to let that happen. They're trying to push in lanes wherever they see an opportunity to do so.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And you see the top tower is still being pressured. And they do have to teleport themselves up there. Ice is going to be happy to take the farm, however. And using that Hand of Midas whenever possible. What does she finish up? She's finished up her Black King bar. That's quite fast. It's a Black King bar before Sylar has it. Yeah, Sylar is close, but not quite there yet. I don't know right now if Sylar and Ice who would win in a one-on-one fight. Maxing out the Moonblaze seems to be going well, and it fits in well with this Helmet Dominator build that she has going. It just improves her, gives her more bang for her buck in terms of the lifesteal. What's the percentage lifesteal on that? Lifesteal is 15%. Let's see what the next item is up on her. I think she's going to have to go for the Ice getting caught out completely here in the middle of 3 heroes. Ice goes down. Caught out by the rest of LDG. They're not stopping with their ganks. They are not playing a split push game. They're really playing a team fight game. And it's really going to depend on whether or not Zenith can catch them out in it. Because Zenith does have a supreme team fight. They just need to execute on it and make sure that they don't lose Luna to something surprising like that. Let's see, Black King bar recipe is actually purchased before. Actually, I'm sorry. I usually purchase recipes last, but she's still 1,300, 1,300 gold away from that Mithril Hammer, which would allow her to finish up the BKB. So, purchasing the recipe first. And Sylar just keeping up with this, has 120 last hits versus Luna. I'm gonna change this to net worth right now because I think this may show a little bit more accurate representation. Yes, it does, because Sylar is only 300 gold, 350 gold away from Luna. So they are matched neck and neck. And we're gonna have to see if LGD are gonna try to take these final towers. It would cost them a lot to do it. It would definitely cost them a lot to do it, and I think they're going to wait for their BKBs to be up before they're going to go in. We have Sylar finished up his BKB. BBC looking at the same thing as well, and BKB up on Morphling, where they're really looking for this negating magic immunity, and it will work.
Are fortified.
This will work against the lineup coming out from Zenith. Is going to happen? I don't think so. They're just going to try to look at the tower. They can deal a good amount of damage to it, and even though HY was stunned up for a long time, he was not able to get through. And actually, sorry, he wasn't even killed because he was stunned up for such a long time. Got 8 of Chaos Bolt 4 seconds after an Ancient Apparition stun. So just making sure he's not able to pop off Ravage. They still don't want to team fight until they finish off the BKBs and make sure that they have a safe play going on. I'm excited to... I think that the strategy is really going to work. There's so much magic damage that Zenith is relying on. And those BKBs, they can even try to they don't even have to all pop them off at once. They can just sort of pop them off one at a time, so that Zenith is like, well, we're gonna wait till that one's done, and then like suddenly, you know, the one came off of Chaos Knight. So then Morphling pops his off, and like, well, we're gonna wait till that one's done, and that's like 20-30 seconds on those two heroes, especially Enigma. Then Enigma can initiate. So that is a good. I'm happy with this strategy from LGD. Very disciplined. We're gonna have to see what Zenith is going to respond to. I wonder if they're gonna just say avoid their team fight strategy and just go with ice pushing in the lanes. I don't know if they've noticed, if they checked out the inventories and know that they're kind of screwed in terms of these BKB team fights. If they do try to initiate without those BKBs, if they do try to initiate on those BKBs, they're really going to have a hard time. And they're going to smoke us. They are going to go for a team fight, or just try to pick someone off. I don't think they're going to find someone. They're kind of going up in the top lane here, going through that part of the jungle. They actually might find Sylar, but he's got a replicate, and only 20 seconds left. 25 seconds left. Actually, it looks like they're going to rotate down. They do have vision of one. Actually, they don't have vision of one hero. And that is actually an illusion. And I wonder if this is a Roshan or is it a gang?
Double damage!
Got double damage going on ice, and they're just going to walk right into the Roshan pit. I don't think that LG will see this. That would be...
Dire's
I'm not
middle
really sure.
tower
That won't
is under
answer
attack.
the BKBs that LGD have, but what it will do is make sure that LGD don't get that ancient apparition.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
They don't get the ancient. So this is found out right now by ancient apparition. LGD are not there for it, and it is going to
Dire's
be
middle
immortal.
tower
It is
is
going
under
to be
attack.
picked up by ice. So able to snipe themselves, Roshan, get that farm, and Morphling's still keeping up with ice. And let's see, neither one of these agility carries have gone for an agility item yet. And what did he just purchase up? He just purchased up his Yasha, so he's working on his Manta style. Gonna forego the Ethereal Blade combination, which I think might make sense given that, well, actually they could take out Shadow Shaman, they could take out Loda. I think Tidehunter is just out of range really to be able to pop that off. And ooh, there's a Pipe of Insight up on him, and that is actually, that's a great item for him. And they're going to smoke themselves up, try to go in the middle lane here. They're actually going for this team fight. Let us see what's going to happen here. Are they going to be able to catch anyone off? I think they had a little bit of vision. We have the tree ants running in right here. They know someone's around. I don't know if Nature's Prophet is able to figure that out, that they're in biz there. But LGD, since they know that they can't see anyone behind their base. Now Zenith's going to reveal themselves off. Down in the middle lane, they're going to go into the tower.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Initiate on someone. It looks like BBC wants it. BKB popped off on their They have to back themselves away.
Radiant's middle tower has been denied.
He hasn't initiated for it yet. He's going to pop up BKB on his own. He's focused on right now. Ravage is going to be thrown, but the BKBs are going to pop over damage like that. And here we go. We got a nice black hole right here. This is Loda. He's going to go down. That's the end of him. Ice goes down. 4 seconds on him. Aegis the Immortal now burned, and she's going to take it right here. There's no way to do this. Ice second time, and that is team fight over LGD. Thank you to those BKBs. And Zenith now on the back foot. They are going to be pushed in. I think they might lose a tower to this. I don't think. No buyback, no buyback, no buyback. And I don't know. They know that the Ravage is down.
Is under attack.
I think the wards are up. The roar is up. But they are losing their tower. And ultimate popped off right now. He's able to push down this tower. Make it so easy after Skywalk. They're going to go for the barracks, actually. H-Way is in the middle. He's not up. He pops out his Pipe of Insight. He's the only one who gets the benefit from it. They take the melee barracks and back themselves away.
Has fallen.
Actually,
Dire's bottom
also
tower
got
is under attack.
benefit of the Pipe of Insight. LGD showing their strength in their discipline. I think they saw it right from the draft. All the magic damage that Zenith was relying on, probably had this idea straight from the start that they all need to be kiddies. I think the only one that doesn't have it is Yao. Yao and Nature's Prophet. Nature Prophet doesn't even need it. So he can kind of stand out on the outside. He does have a minus and mechanism up.
Invisibility.
Pretty big right now. And farm is still in the favor of Ice, but just barely. And actually now just finally building Blades of Alacrity. So even though she's a little bit
Dire's top tower is under
a little bit
attack.
more money for less benefit, doesn't have any agility items except for this Blade of Alacrity. Tandemitis kind of slowing her down a bit. Needs to stay back and farm and make sure that she maxes out this Lunar Blessing. I mean, she's getting pretty big, but these team fights really aren't going their way. The Zenith needs to change their strategy. They built for something else, but they still have the capability of being able to push in lanes and split push, especially
Dire's
with
top tower
XY
is under attack.
plus Leshrac and Ice.
Dire's
So
top tower has
Leshrac
fallen.
actually doesn't really have anything, so Leshrac playing more of a support role. Actually, they're going to defend this tower, even though they got the top tower. I didn't mention it just because there's no one even TPing back to stop it. It's like Zenith are going to have to teleport themselves back. They're being pressured in the middle lane from these mega creeps, and actually from the top lane too. The Treants not backing themselves away, so they have to block them basically, as well as the creeps. LGD's game, they are winning the team fights, they're winning the split push, and they're just going to go in for the bottom lane. Ice is trying to do whatever she can to get the farm. Ice is needing the farm that he needs, trying to get it.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Tower
attack.
is melting though. This is where the KFA has played a really big role in the team fight. DDC is doing a great job
Dire's
with him
bottom tower
initiating.
has fallen.
I'm glad to see. I'm happy to see a CK. It's actually not just looking for a farm and is able to enter into team fights. LDG just playing an all-around strong game. They've been really great in this tournament. Just been strong all around. And Zenith completely on the back foot here. We need to be able to roll, finally getting up this the Yasha on Ice. Just because the Sylar has gotten so big, I'm really not sure what they're going to be able to do about this, and they're not winning the team fights, which is basically what their entire lineup was banking on. They're really not winning the team fights, so they kind of have to rework their strategy right now, and I don't really know if they plan for any backup any backup. But they can still turn around. It is not the end of things. It is only 10-5. Let's see, Goldgraph. Actually, Goldgraph not looking so hot. The only farm that they have, and the experience really isn't looking so hot either. The only farm that they really have is on Ice. And that is not the best thing. Really banking on Ice. So they do have a Pipe of Insight though. What are the items? You have the mechanism on Loda. They have nothing on Leshrac, and they do have a Blink Dagger on XY. So the big items for these heroes, or at least the first main core items. Let's see, these heroes, they do have them, but they don't have the farm that LGD does. What does LGD have in terms of items? I mean, Ancient Aberration doesn't have a whole lot. A little bit of lag spike, and Reaver now up on KFA, doing a ton of damage and health points. Enigma, I got a Blink Dagger as well as a BKB. So they good items up on the Zenith side, but better items up on the LGD side.
Regeneration.
That's one of the problems. Not to mention the loss in map control. They have no towers and have lost one of their tier 3 towers. And since the middle barracks is gone, any farm that Ice gets on in the middle lane is going to be Hab, as well as the experience. But as you can see, I mean, they're roaming as 5 so that they can get Ice 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 the amount of farm that she needs. They know that that's the only thing that they have going for them, and they're making sure she is safe and farming and doesn't get picked off. A pick off of Ice 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 would spell the end for them. So they're banking a whole lot on this farm. And doing a good job of it now, pulling her. Ice 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 is pulling away from Morphling. Still needs the Manta style though. And Ancient Apparition is going to start. I think that's only going to reveal Ice Ice Ice. Not going to reveal anything else. I think LGD, they don't really know what's happening, but they're happy to farm in their own jungle, their own side of the river. I think they're really gonna win out in the farming game. We have a bunch of TPs. Everyone's going back to base. I think they're worried about perhaps a smoke gank, maybe something spooked to them, but they have all their lanes pushed out. So I guess they're going to return, buy up some items, perhaps. Did they buy up an item? No, they haven't bought up an item. But just coming back in to defend, to make sure that they keep their lane control. Good ward placement, making sure there's no one inside their jungle. They can still get in with the smoke. But again, LGD are perfectly happy to continue the farming game. Sylar has now finished up his Manta style. Manta style versus Manta style. Both finished up actually. Luna finishing up hers. So yeah, I think a regeneration rune is pretty scary to have on Morphling. If he can get away, pop off that regen rune, he gets back all of his health and mana, and then can just return to the fight. So especially up on someone that's so hard to kill and you have to spend so much time killing, having a regen rune available for him is just, it's almost like a cheese. The only thing is that he has to get away in order for it to work. But if he can do that, if he can just waveform away, pop a regen rune, and he'll be safe. It looks like they're scouting out the scouting out the big boy, as AC would say. Zenith is not going for it.
Middle barracks are under attack.
I think they now see where LGD is. LGD do not have vision of Zenith, but if they can catch off a hero, that would be a good job. That would be great for them. But they aren't putting themselves in the position to do so. LGD do have control of the jungle right now. They
Dire's middle barracks are under attack.
A DDC with an invis. Actually, it's a smoke. The rest of them are smoked up. So they're coming into this top lane. They're just gonna push it in, and Zenith are going to have to defend from the tower. They're able to do. Make a good wave. The illusions are actually doing some damage, but it's not enough. LG are definitely going to have to commit more if they want to take down the towers. They're going to have to catch someone out. They can't just sit back and wait for creeps and treants to push in the tower, as well as the Manta style illusions. That's one of the good things about Luna, is that she can decimate anything that's not a hero, basically. If either one of them can take, I mean, Zenith really needs a team fight, swing things in their direction, just because the farm and XP is so out of control right now. They do need to win a team fight. It's just going to be really, really hard for them to do so. Especially with this black hole, if that gets hit. Anyways, they're looking at each other, and LCD really would love to be able to switch into free play in order to make this happen. Make up some more creeps, gonna push in, they wait for the wave. This one has a siege creep. Gonna see what they can do. They do have an illusion right now from Chaos Knight. Sylar's illusions are available, and
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They are actively coming, so the Tide Hunter is gonna be able to blast them away, so not too much damage being given to the
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Actually, they're gonna make it through.
Dire's structures are fortified.
It's going to be popped off right now. And here they go. They are going to do damage to this tower. The tower is going to go down.
Dire's middle
They
barracks.
need to start something. They're going to lose the
Dire's
barracks if they
top
don't get
tower
their shit
is
back on
falling.
their BKB popped up.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Let the shark step my flesh.
BKB popped out. They get themselves.
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
And they might actually finish that right now. But black hole, that's three of them. It's going down a second time. The DDC, he's not going to be able to do it. Troll trap is going to stop him up. And they lose Titan twice. That ravage was not popped off, I don't believe. Yes, it wasn't popped off. BKBs were too much. They do catch Morphling off on the side. Team fight went their way, but only just. Not in the way that you see. LDG went out that fight and ended up themselves barracks. And Tidehunter, just twice, so. Now does not have buyback. They really would have loved for a great Ravage there. But Black Hole caught them. And Tidehunter wasn't able to get it off.
Thanks. Double
And they're going again for another Ancient Epic trying to figure out what they're doing. It's kind of dangerous, but the crucial heroes aren't up on LGD's side. They're playing a strong game and taking their shot for a second time. They should be able to get it without problem. I don't see. Oh yeah, LGD's not going to be able to stop them in this. They're going to give away the Aegis. That's going to go up on.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Up. TP themselves back to base, making sure that they don't lose ground any more than they have already. And Luna's actually, they're splitting up right now, stopping this 5-on-5 roaming just a little bit. And actually, there was a nice troll trap there to catch Enigma, and I forgot that I forgot that Ice was the one that set it off with the Helmet Dominator. So that can be really powerful if you know how to use it like this. She can use Creep Wave, and she can just get rid of it. She can just get rid of it on her own. Helmet Dominator able to take up any of the damage that it's able to deal out, and she purchases up an Eagle Song. Butterfly going to be built up on her. If she can get that, that might change things in their favor. But what does Sylar have? Sylar hasn't built anything yet. He has 4,000 gold. Probably saving for buyback at this point. But I think Ice is just going for it. And what is his next item going to be? It could be a lot of things actually. He could go. I mean, he could go for his Ethereal Blade if he wants that. He could go for a Lincoln Sphere to be just tankiness if he wants about that. He could go with a butterfly of his own, depending on what he wants to do. And he's really not that far away from his own butterfly. He would have to commit all of his gold to it, but it may just be the thing he wants. They really have the advantage, so losing Sylar, yeah, I mean that's a lot of time that they would lose. A lot of time they would lose if he goes down and is not able to buy back. So they probably don't want to take the risk of just sending off the entirety of his gold onto the butterfly. We're going to have to see if Luna is able to push against this. She's actually higher level than him, but the gold graph still way in favor of the Radiant, and XP graph also in favor of the Radiant by 15k on each. They're really banking on Luna. Luna, they've been doing a good job that she's pretty powerful in stopping these pushes. Really great counter push. Is that 2? How does she have 2? I'm gonna Dominator. Someone has another one. I think that's her. Who has the second one? Actually, can you get 2? I guess. Guess that's what you can do. I figured it was only one, like Enchantress or Chen, limited by the number that they can use, but it looks like just any time that's up, you can use it, and it's just limited by time. Oh my god, that's what it's a boar, it's not an alpha wolf. Oh, huge noob right here. What am I talking about? Go back to League of Legends. At least it's been a long time since I have said that one person, Anyways, they're just both playing this farming game. Sylar, yep, going for that butterfly, getting it up before Luna is able to do so. Luna, almost there, 400 gold away, 6,000 gold total. She does have Aegis of the Immortal, so may not be worried about buyback, but is with those, with two Rexes down, it's really hard for her to get any sort of farm. And they're going to push into this bottom lane here, and they're going to try to take it. Have it be really far out, and as much as they can, they're able to do so. Take them away. Luna finishing up her butterfly at the same time, just as they came in. And now I think LDG figured that one out. But DDC has finished up his part. That means that he's going to be really difficult to take down.
Dire's top
And he's got
barracks
so
are
much
under
hit points,
attack.
3,000 hit points you have to chew through. He's going to get caught up in here. BKB's going to be popped off. DDC backing away. And he's going to hit with one blast, but ultimate was not used. He's going to back themselves away. Wait for another creep wave. Really LDG's time to shine. They're not going to back away until they get
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
I think they're ready for it.
Come!
Absolutely think they're ready to get this back. Tower is now at half health. Probably just waiting for Roadshot to come back up again. It is up. Kill right now. DDC is going to be caught out here. BKB is going to be popped off on him. He has to back himself away. We have the illusion doing a good amount of damage up here, but Luna being a great counter push, able to stop it in, but the tower does a lot of damage, and her Mantistyle was popped off. Wait just 30 seconds before that is available. And Satellite is actually down as well. We do not have
Dire's
the
top
ultimate.
barracks.
Ice is going to get caught up right now. That's not what needs to happen. Aegis of the Immortal is burning there. Pop up the ultimate right now. They're going to try to again. Too much damage here. Ravage is going to be popped off. So that's not going to be coming in here with the black hole. Going to be cancelled by Loda. Ice is going to be down again. DDC is taking a lot of damage.
I cross the final hill. My spirit returns to flesh.
Down as well for Sylar. Sylar is still pretty big up in here. And XY is going to take a lot of damage. He'll pop down his and DDC is still alive. Still alive right now. And I think that is going to be called out by Zenith.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant
the tournament. Hope y'all had a good time. I'll be back.